Greetings, my dearest audience, seekers of tales and lovers of love. Today, let us wander through the sands of time, unraveling a tale of passion that echoes through the ages, the legendary love of Cleopatra and Mark Antony. As Rumi, the poet of the soul, once whispered in his timeless verses, "Love is the bridge between you and everything." Let this story be our bridge today. In the heart of ancient Egypt, where the Nile kisses the endless sky, our tale unfolds. Cleopatra, a queen not just by birth, but by virtue, wisdom, and an allure that transcended the ordinary. She was not merely a ruler, she was the embodiment of Egypt's might, grace, and mystery. In her eyes one could see the depth of the Nile, and in her presence, the wisdom of the ages. Then came Mark Antony, a Roman general, as valiant as he was charismatic. A man not just of war, but of profound depth, a heart that sought more than conquest, a soul yearning for a love as fierce as the battles he fought. Their first meeting was not merely a union of two individuals, but a confluence of two worlds. As Rumi says, lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. So it was with Cleopatra and Antony, whose souls, though apart until that moment, seemed destined to intertwine. Under the canopy of stars, they spoke, not just with words, but with the language of the heart. Their conversations were a dance of intellect and wit, a symphony of ideas and dreams. In Cleopatra, Antony found not just a lover, but a confidant, an equal. And in Antony, Cleopatra saw not just a warrior, but a man with a vision for a world where Rome and Egypt could flourish in unity. But love, my friends, especially a love as profound as theirs, often finds itself shadowed by the complexities of power and duty. Their union was not just a meeting of hearts, but a fusion of political aspirations. They dreamt of a world where their combined strength could pave the way for a new era. Yet, as the Rumi teaches us, the wound is the place where the light enters you. Their love, though pure, became a wound as it faced the trials of war, betrayal, and the relentless tides of political upheaval. Rome, viewing their union as a threat, waged war. Antony, torn between his duty to Rome and his heart's allegiance to Cleopatra and Egypt, found himself in a tempest of conflict. In the throes of these trials, their love became their sanctuary. In each other's arms, they found the strength to face the uncertainties of the morrow. Their love was a testament to the belief that in the embrace of the beloved, even the greatest of storms can be weathered. But as Rumi said, this is love. To fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. Their love, though it made them soar, also caused them to confront the veils of reality, the impermanence of worldly power, and the fragility of human endeavors. The climax of their tale came as tragedy, as the forces of Rome, led by Octavian, closed in. Antony, misinformed of Cleopatra's death, fell upon his sword, a final act of devotion to his queen. And Cleopatra, upon discovering the loss of her lover, her partner in dreams, chose to join him in the realm beyond life, her end as poetic as her life. Their deaths, though tragic, were not the end but a transcendence, a merging into the eternal dance of love and unity. For as Rumi says, do not grieve, anything you lose comes round in another form. Their love story, transcending the bounds of time, comes to us, generation after generation, as a reminder that true love is not bound by the confines of life and death, but is an eternal flame that burns across the ages. In their story lies a reflection of our own journeys of love, passion, and the relentless pursuit of our dreams. It teaches us that love, in its purest form, is not just an emotion, but a force, a transformative power that can change the course of lives, of history. So, as we bid farewell to the tale of Cleopatra and Mark Antony, let us carry with us the essence of their story. Let it remind us, in moments of doubt or despair, that love is the ultimate truth, the unbreakable bond that connects us to each other and to the universe itself. Remember, dear friends, in the words of Rumi, the minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. May your hearts always be open to the timeless dance of love, just as Cleopatra and Mark Antony's were, under the eternal sky. This summary, infused with the spiritual and poetic essence, aims to not only recount the historical love story of Cleopatra and Mark Antony, but also to connect it with the deeper aspects of love, destiny, and the human experience. Embarking on a journey to narrate a tale of eternal love, let us unfurl the story of Romeo and Juliet, a tale that has whispered through time, echoing the very essence of love in its most unadulterated and tragic form. As a storyteller, weaving this narrative in the spirit of Rumi, let us remember his words, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." And so, we delve into a story where love both wounds and illuminates. In the heart of Verona, under the watchful gaze of stars and destiny, our tale begins. Two souls, Romeo and Juliet, born into a world divided by the ancient grudge of two families, the Montagues and the Capulets. Their love, a secret blossom in a garden of thorns, was fated to challenge the very fabric of their world's reality. Rumi once said, "Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along." This resonates profoundly with our lovers, Romeo and Juliet, whose hearts recognized each other amidst the chaos of their feuding world. Their first meeting at the Capulets' ball was not just a meeting of eyes, but a union of souls, a moment where time stood still and the universe conspired to weave their destinies together. Their love, pure and untainted, grew rapidly, like a wildfire, uncontainable and fierce. In the secrecy of night, under the canopy of stars, they confessed their love, vowing to belong to each other for eternity. This balcony scene, where Juliet professes her love, unaware of Romeo's presence, stands as a testament to the idea that love is not just found, but recognized in the depths of the soul. However, as Rumi wisely observed, love is the bridge between you and everything, and for Romeo and Juliet, this bridge was built over a chasm of familial hatred and societal norms. Their love became both a sanctuary and a battleground, a place of profound peace and inevitable conflict. The twist of fate, a term often too lightly used, found its true meaning in their story. The death of Mercutio, Romeo's dear friend, at the hands of Tybalt, Juliet's cousin, spiraled into an irrevocable tragedy. Romeo's vengeance led to Tybalt's death, resulting in his exile. Here, we see how love, entwined with the threads of fate, can lead to unforeseen and tragic consequences. Their separation was a crucible of torment for both. Juliet, faced with the prospect of marriage to Paris, sought a way to be with her love, leading her to the concoction that mimicked death. Romeo, in his despair, hearing only of Juliet's demise and not of her plan, saw no life without his beloved. As Rumi said, "In your light, I learn how to love." In Juliet's absence, Romeo's light extinguished. Their tragic end, in the silent crypt, where Romeo lays beside his seemingly lifeless Juliet, was a scene of heart-wrenching pain. His decision to join her in death, a potion consumed in grief and love, and Juliet's awakening to Romeo's lifeless body, followed by her final act of joining him through her own death, encapsulates the depth of their love and the tragedy of their fate. This story, a tapestry of love, fate, and tragedy, teaches us profound lessons about the nature of true love and the forces that often work against it. It reminds us that love is a force that transcends societal constructs, but also one that can be vulnerable to the same constructs. As we reflect on this tale, let us remember Rumi's words. Goodbyes are only for those who love with their eyes, because for those who love with heart and soul, there is no such thing as separation. Romeo and Juliet's physical departure from this world was not an end to their love but a transcendence into the realm of the eternal. In their story, we find a mirror reflecting our own struggles with love, fate, and the societal structures that surround us. It's a reminder that while love can be a source of immense joy and connection, it can also be a path laden with trials and sacrifices. Dear audience, as we part ways with the story of Romeo and Juliet, let us carry in our hearts the essence of their love, pure, intense, and transcendent. Let their story be a beacon, guiding us through our own journeys of love, reminding us of the power of love to transcend even the gravest of barriers.